Today's video is called, well, I'm not sure I'm going to title it yet, but it's about a CGC unboxing as well as being grateful. There's the box. And grateful. So I live in North Carolina. Let me show you the sun. The sun is shining. There's my view from my backyard, from my deck, right? So the pool's closed because it's pretty cold out. It's probably, I say cold, probably in the 60s today. I don't know. But you can see the backyard. We've got some birds in the trees. I think down near our picnic table I just saw a rabbit a few minutes ago. Another rabbit was just near the other picnic table. And then if I scroll over here, I saw 3 birds near the outside barbecue earlier. So a pretty good day, a lot to be grateful for. So I just wanted to share that with everybody. And sometimes it's easy to get caught up in the comic books, I sure wish I had a different comic book, or this person has a comic book I wish I had, and I didn't get the price I wanted. I think too often we forget about taking time to reflect on things that are important. The sun is shining, my health is good, I have a great family, a nice home, safe community, and I occasionally pick up some nice comics and have some of my old comics graded. So I know people say, oh, get to the comics, but sometimes it's good just to have a little perspective. So if you don't like the new agey, I'm happy perspective, then well, I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, I am going to unbox the latest CGC delivery, and I'm not sure what this is. There may be, I don't know if it's Silver Age or Bronze Age or what it is, but I am going to put this phone down just for a minute, so you're going to see the table on my back deck while I try to open this. Okay, so I do not have the tripod with me, so let me remove. Oh, that's not a good sign. I see a green label right off the start. And it's a low grade and a Ms. Marvel #1, which happens. So let's see if we can figure out why. So I don't know. Let's see. Let's grab this. Let's see what we have. Come on. Okay. I'm sure this is a little painful to watch, guys. I promise I will eventually figure this out. Okay. Cover detached from bottom staple. See if we can figure that out. I guess maybe it is. Okay. I don't know. No big deal. This will be another one that goes in the kiddos cabinet. They're now up to 2 display cases, so this will look good for them, and they don't really care if the cover is attached. They just think it's pretty neat that there's a movie they just saw, a character that was in it. So they don't need a 9/8 that's going to cost, over $1,000. So Ms. Marvel #1 from January of 1977, qualified grade 8.0, off-white to white pages. A lot of people are going to say, well, that's a waste to even get graded. But again, it's not about making money reselling these sometimes. Sometimes it's, usually most of the time it's just the joy of it, trading with other people. Maybe there's someone out there that says, you know what? I really want a Ms. Marvel #1. I can't afford to go buy a Universal grade 9.8, but I maybe can afford to buy or to trade for an 8.0 qualified grade. And if that's the case, I'd consider that. My kids have I think this will be their second or third Ms. Marvel #1 in their display cabinet. So if anyone sees this and is interested in trading, I'm open to listening to what you might have to trade. For the most part, I don't like modern stuff. A few exceptions. When I say modern, I guess I should clarify that. For the most part, I don't like anything after the early 80s. Typically not after 1980, but anyway. No one is interested in trading. This will gladly sit in the kids' cabinet, and they will stare at it and talk about the movie and what they liked about it and what they think is going to happen with Avengers Endgame. And I tell you, you listen to these kids talk, and they say, well, here's what I think is going to happen in the next movie based on what happened in the previous 6 movies. And do you see this? And the little man said, he's 6, and he said, well, did you notice that they all the Marvel heroes went back to where they were from, right? And I said, what do you mean? Well, look at the city they were from. Or I don't think he said city. I think he just said, look where they're from. Like Spider-Man went back to, I don't know if he said New York. I think he probably did. But anyway, very observant, and I'm glad of that. So, again, not a spectacular book, but it presents well for an 8.0, I think. I'm pleased. And now for the one I've been looking forward to getting back. Fantastic Four number 50. Let's see if we can get this to sit nicely. A 7.5 off-white to white pages, but a universal grade. I wasn't sure what this was going to grade at, to be honest with you. I'll take it out of the plastic here so we can kind of see, at least out of the plastic bag. Get a little bit closer look here. When you look across the top, up here in the corner, you can see it's not perfect. Same in the upper right corner. You can see some spine ticks. Let's see if I can kind of zoom in there. See a lot of spine ticks, but not too bad. And then over here, let's see, can you guys, let me zoom in. Right in here, it looks like maybe it was dented or scuffed. Hopefully that picks up on the camera. So, I wasn't sure if this was gonna come back like a 6.5 or something. So a 7.5 is, I'm delighted with that. That's great. Let's look at the spine a little closer. I mean, there's a lot of color break tick marks. So 7.5, I'm happy to have it. And if you look at the back, now I know a lot of folks would say you could do a press and a clean, and it might clean up pretty good in the back, and maybe it would. I mentioned, I don't know if it was my last video, one of my last videos, or at least in the comments of one of them, that up until recently I never even thought of having anything pressed. And then I sent in some copies of Avengers. I think it was Avengers, was it 65 to 68 or 66 to 68, and then some mid 40s, by 40s I mean issue number, Justice League of America. And I had some of those pressed. I think there might have been an Action Comics and some Superboy as well that I may have had pressed. I can't remember. In a recent submission to CGC. So that means I'll probably see them in 6 months, right? That's my understanding, is if you send it to CGC and they send it off to their presser, it takes quite a bit of time. So we'll see. But anyway, this is, I'm pleased with this. I think it presents pretty well. It's not a 9.0, obviously. I sent off another Fantastic Four 50 to CGC, maybe 2 weeks ago, that I don't think will be as high of a grade. I think it'll probably be in the 5 to maybe 6.0 range, but if it comes back higher than that, I'd be very pleased. And I think they'll display nicely together. So one of these days I may share one of my display cabinets. I may do a video on that. I'm just kind of going through arranging things and getting some things graded at the moment. So you're not going to see any mind-blowing books that are incredibly valuable, because that's not necessarily what I typically collect. I more spend my money on dividend-paying stocks and classic muscle cars and short bed pickup trucks and real estate properties, rental properties. So most of my money goes towards those things. Comic books is like a tertiary or a secondary joy for me, and so I put a limited amount of money towards it. So I'm envious of some of the comic collections that you guys have. I mean, they're just incredible. Some of the guys like Captain Strangelove and is it ATFA or AFTA comics? Just incredible runs, and there's a lot of other guys as well, but those are two old school guys that I watch their videos, and I just think I would love to just sit down, buy them lunch, and just talk the history of comic books and learn a lot from them, because very fun guys to listen to, and their knowledge of the comic book history and the stories they could tell would just probably keep me entertained for months. So anyway, thanks guys.